today we are into fishery. We are discussing a very interesting aspect of agriculture, which is aquaculture, and we are looking at catfish production. So we would like to interview somebody who has been in this business for the past 14 years. So he knows more about it. So we'll be talking to him in the next few minutes. So sit down. Thank you very much, sir, Mr. Ola, for saying this. Um, like you rightly said, I've rightly said, can you briefly tell us your experience for the past 14 years in this field? What has it been? What has it been like?
Um, Very comfortable as well. I'm thinking, I really think because since when I started, at least I have used this to sponsor myself in education. So I use it to sponsor myself, and I use it to marry, and I use it to do so many things in life.
Wow.
So and I've traveled out to about 2 countries in Africa for this business.
All of the same fish.
Yes,
So what you are telling people out there is that fishery is a good business.
exactly. Especially catfish.
Catfish.
It's a good business. Especially in Cameroon, they don't do catfish, but they do tilapia fish. But I was the one that took the catfish because I work with their federal government in Ireland. So,
I'm able to train
and I'm
people
able
how
to
to do
train
it.
people how to do it. Yeah. So that's what I do.
Will you describe production under concrete, earthen, and in plastic? Can you please briefly educate us on that?
Actually, in concrete production, there is what we call management. On concrete, you'll be able to manage it more proper than 80 pound. Actually, 80 pound give a lot. There is no problem. You will not have, or maybe there is no 30 or no more 30, it will not concern you. But in concrete production, if there is problem, to treat them, to manage them, at least if you have like 20,000 fry, you will manage it. You'll be able to manage it to the standard. But in 80 pound, if you have at least 20,000, let's say you'll be looking at 10,000.
Okay, so you are saying it is easier to manage
It's
under
easier to
earthen
manage under
concrete
concrete
ponds
than X. I'm talking of the breeding.
okay, on breeding when you are
On
breeding.
breeding.
Okay.
On breeding.
Okay, how about if you are producing out, grow out?
Grout is more is okay in 80 point than concrete. Like me, I prefer to use 80 point.
So earthen pond is
Concrete.
more
80 point will grow more faster than the concrete.
for grow out.
Number one, there's nothing like pollution in 80 point. So like here, if you are looking at the water now, you'll be perceiving. I changed this water yesterday night. But they are in concrete. As soon as 80 point, the dating will be going down, the sinking down. But this is the concrete. But the 80 point, they grow more faster, and they eat, and the consumption of their food is quite different to this. If you are feeding your fish with, if you are spending about 200,000 in 80 point on 1,000 fish, you will spend 150,000 in 80 point. Like my 80 point, I fed them twice, and that twice in 4 months, I'm having more than a kilo.
In 4 months.
Yes, I'm having more than a kilo. But in 80 point, I stock, number one, sorting. Like 80 point, I don't do sorting. If I stop, I can sometimes I can stop 2,000.
Okay, so in general for hatchery production, it is best you
It's
have
best to
earthen
use.
pond.
No, in general production, you can use concrete for the production. But for the grow out, you use 80 point. Even most of people, in a dry land, they will just dig. They will just dig the ground and make it 80 point. Where there is no water, they will pass the water there. So when the soil is absorbed, the water will stay. It will not go down again.
Okay. Okay. which means it's even better to when you are on hatchery, just hatch here.
Yes.
Later.
Keep it
Okay, so the same similar case of concrete pond is the same with this, right?
yes. Like the rubber you can only stop 100 to 200. Like me, I can't stop for the people that want to use it big time. It's just like wasting money. The bigger one, the 20 by 20, is only the bigger one. You can stop at least 1,000.
That's the bigger tank.
Not like this. It's like
I know the
it's
one
like
that's
mobile vax. It's nylon. It's only that one you can stock about 1,000. It's bigger. It's 20 by 20. So that one is bigger. So anything next time.
if somebody wants to go into hatchery production, how many fishes could be realized from a single one? Say I want to do hatchery, I don't want to go into the ground, and how profitable it is.
Please, like most ones I use so many fish and we sell it 8 naira in gallons. And that 30,000 they have, I've already counted. I've already scanned it because I use scale. So I've already scanned it. I have about 30,000 here.
From a single fish.
Yes. It's, at least the fish is bigger. It's 3 kilo. I use big fish because your the species of your broodstock determine how the growth of your fish is going to be. If you use a fish of 800 grams to do production, at least they say broodstock is at least 1.5 years before you can use it. If the broodstock is not up to a 3 kilo in 1.5 years, you know there's problem. You know the fish is not doing very well. At least a fish of 1.5 years must be catered to at least 2.5 kg or 3 kg.
Okay, and how profitable it is in selling them at this level?
Like juvenile is 20 naira.
And if you have 1,000,
If you have 1,000, that is 20,000. So if you have 10,000, that is 200,000. So and the capital is very low. The feeding, the broodstock, the artemia, drugs, at least on 1,000 fish till the juvenile, you can spend 30,000
before you get your
juvenile. At least broodstock. If you use broodstock, artemia, let's say 10,000.
so it's a very good business if one decides to go
It's
into
a
this
very
area of
it's a very
agriculture.
good business. It's a very good business.
If one decides to go into the grow out production, how long does it take the fish to mature
And the grow out.
from this to grow out that you can sell, let's say 1 2 kg?
Almost. There is a launch and there is grow out. There is big size. There is what we call the launch. The launch is about 3 per kilo for the smoking people. For the smoking ones. So that is about, some people use 2.5, some 3 months. But for the people that goes to grow out to kilos, it's 4 months, 4.5 months, 5 months.
So you are saying within 4 months
4 months
at most, your fish is
4 months.
ready for
At least
production.
in 4 months you must be getting at least a kilo. Another 2 weeks will give you, at least you need to give them a feed that will give them, at least you need to give them a carbohydrate feed that will give them weight. Because during that period their fish it will not be strong like if they have, at least if they are eating carbohydrate feed, because before they eat only protein, but that during the 2 weeks give them like carbohydrate feed for them.
That will give them adequate.
Yes, and the fish will be strong. The fish will be strong, and still live at least about 1 hour to 1.5 hours before they die.
Okay,
You know, on ordinary floor.
how profitable it is, growing. If you are into grow out, just grow out.
At least on a 1,000 fishes you can spend at least, if you want to have a good result, you spend at least 200,000.
On 1,000 fish.
Yes, on 1,000 fish you spend 200,000. Yes. At least you are selling it. You want to sell it, you sell 450. Now they are selling because the market has come down. They are selling it at 450. Sometimes 500, sometimes 550. Now it's 450.
Please, what are the challenges that you think people that go into this business they encounter that makes them run into loss, and how can that be corrected?
Now the challenges that make people go to lost is number one, they don't have knowledge. Most people don't have knowledge. I've been in so many farms, about 20 acres, 10 acres of farm, fold up, close down, because they will just fall into wrong people's hand. They will tell them, you invest 500,000 and get 2 million, and they will not even go. They will not go to the. They will not do proper investigation or proper knowledge. They will not seek for knowledge before going into it. And knowledge is the best teacher in everything. If you don't have knowledge in anything, you cannot get it right. So they don't seek for the knowledge. They don't know anything about it, and they just invest. They just put their money. At the end, they got it wrong.
So you're saying if you don't know the actual production method very well,
Yes,
it's a challenge.
it's a big challenge. And if you cannot monitor your farm yourself, if you can't sit in the farm yourself, if you can't do anything yourself in the farm, you need to be strong.
Absentee farmer is a failure.
Is a failure. Because there was a man along this area. That man is a banker. The man has been running the farm more than over 5 years, and I told him, go and sit down in your farm. And if this man is going to the work in the morning, he will wake up around 4:30, he will go to farm. He's doing only breathing and go out. And this man now is getting at least 150, 200, 300 fingerless juvenile in his farm now. When he's going to farm, when he's going to work, he will wake around 4:30, go to farm, he will work till 6 o'clock in the farm, start going to field. And when he's coming back again, he will leave the farm, the bank, he will come in, at least sometimes he gets to farm around 9 o'clock. And before he will leave the farm, around 11, he do it by himself.
So what you are saying is, even if you have other businesses, you can also be doing
You
this
can do it.
and manage it.
If you cannot
by
manage
yourself.
it yourself, don't go into it.
If you can't manage it yourself, is it advice to people, youths who are jobless, unemployed, considering the fact that you said it takes you several years in this business, about fish farming?
Yeah, my advice to the youth is, actually, when I started this business, when I started the farms, I faced a lot of challenge. And if you can't face it, if you cannot, if you are not ready to face the challenge, you can never be successful. So you must ready to face the challenge, number one, and you must ready to work. Because me, I don't believe there is no work outside. If there is no work, many students, many couples go that's from another business to the farm. There is so many of them that I train. Hopeless, and I will call them, come here. There's nothing like hopeless. There's nothing like jobless. So farming, we need people to come into farming. So if you know you are not, if you know you are capable to work, you must be able to invest yourself. Because I study computer engineering, I did not study farming.
And you are doing very well.
And I'm doing very well. study computer engineering. So my advice to youth is they should surrender, say, and be ready to work.
Thank you
And
very
get
much.
into it.
Thank you very much. Like you rightly said, if you want to go into this farming, you need dedication and passion. And you also need to face challenges that might come your way. But overall, it is very evident that fish farming is very productive and it's a very lucrative business for anyone who wants to go into it. We look forward to having you join us on agriculture. Thank you.